The town of Cairo was among those who received funding to improve its water and sewage system. During a press conference today, West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey announced $3.4 million were awarded for 5 water and sewer projects across 3 counties in the state. Those counties include Kanawha, Marion, and Ritchie. West Virginia DEP also announced an additional $1.56 million grants to these counties from the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. $1 million was awarded to the town of Cairo to replace an 8-inch river crossing line and perform other system improvements that affect 157 customers. These funds, along with previous funds provided, bring the total project in Cairo to $4,215,000.